There was once upon a time where my Cockapoo Bonnie couldn't be off lead. It wasn't even something that I could imagine because she would never listen to me on a lead, never mind unclipping the lead and have her run free. She was distracted by other dogs, wildlife, even a bit of paper blowing in the wind would be enough to distract her. And I was worried about her safety ultimately if I ever let her off the lead. But now she's off lead all the time with as close to 100% reliability with her recall that you can get. And in this video today, I'm going to walk you through the exact process and system that I followed to achieve this life-changing result with my dog and also hundreds of Cockapoos just like her. Before we get into what to do, we have to address what you don't do. So do not just unclip your dog and hope for the best. You are setting them up for disaster. We have to remember that our dogs are animals with predatory and defensive instincts, and they don't come pre-installed with the knowledge about our complex human world. So if you just unclip the lead with your Cockapoo and hope for the best, you're putting them and everyone else around them in danger. And it's really important you understand that it takes one time in their lifespan for things to go catastrophically wrong that you can never recover from. So it's really, really important that we're serious about this process and we don't just unclip our dogs and hope for the best. The first step to getting your dog to have a perfect recall is to build their motivation. You want to be someone of value. Now, this doesn't mean waving a packet of chicken now and again, because that's going to lose its novelty real quick. It might work for a day, but after that, your Cockapoo is going to look at you and go, I know what you have, and that squirrel is more interesting than you. But I can already hear you say, my Cockapoo will not take food outside. Well, in a couple of weeks, you can get them to that point by following this schedule. Only feed your dog their essential food. Make sure it's a high quality food. If you're unsure about this, there's a great free resource called allaboutdogfood.com that you can visit. Make sure you're feeding your dog based on their ideal weight, not their current weight. Then have 4 feeding windows throughout the day. Set your Cockapoo's food bowl down. After 5 minutes, lift it regardless of how much they have or haven't ate. We remove all treats, so there's nothing else your Cockapoo will be eating besides their normal food. Once your Cockapoo has finished all these meals throughout the day, you can then move this to outside. Once they've completed 4 meals outside, you can move to hand feeding inside. Once you've done that, you can move in to hand feeding outside. We'll be at the point where your Cockapoo can reliably take food from your hands outside. So now you have a dog that will reliably take food from you outside. So this is the first step to achieving that perfect recall, because now you can come out and you should be someone that your Cockapoo is willing and wanting to engage with. Hey everyone, sorry for the interruption. Just very quickly, I want to let you know about the free Cockapoo reactivity training that I have put together. The 3 pillars about how to fix your Cockapoo's reactivity. Every single owner I speak to gets this wrong. They miss these 3 pillars and it basically guarantees that their Cockapoo's always going to be reactive. However, you get this right and life with your Cockapoo will change. It is completely free and it is linked in the description. Don't mess it. Step number 2 is going to be charging a reward marker. Only do this once your Cockapoo will reliably take food outside. This simply lets your Cockapoo know they've done something right. They can stop what they're doing and come to you to get a reward. It is also the first step in teaching your Cockapoo to disengage from something. What I do is I go out into the garden and I have my dog. I start with my hands out of my pocket. I say the word. Then I'm going to move. I'm going to throw a little bit to the right. When my dog picks her head up and looks at me, I'm going to throw a little bit to the left. My dog picks her head up and looks at me. I'm going to pay more from me. It's called the Newton's Cradle method. Pineapple. I then move. I throw a little bit to my right. Pineapple. To my left. Pineapple. A little bit more from me. We'll go into it again. Pineapple. Pineapple. Let her get it. So now you have your yes marker charged and your dog reliably taking food outside. So it's ready then for step number 3. Okay, step number 3 then is going to be teaching a recall. Now you've built your dog's food motivation. You have a yes marker before this. I have Bonnie on a retractable lead. I find that's easier to start with because you can just push a button if you need to instead of picking up long lines. And I have her in a little slip collar. But to be honest, a flat collar would be fine too probably for this stage. I have some food with us. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to give recall. As Bonnie turns to come to me, I'm going to give her reward marker. When she gets to me, I'm going to give her some food. If Bonnie doesn't come, I'm going to lock the retractable lead. I'm going to give a tap tap on the lead. So give a little bit of tactile feedback. Here, yes. I give my mark and then I deliver food to Bonnie. And we move about again. If you're finding that your dog's getting quite sticky and you can't get them away from you, what you can do is you can throw a little bit of food down to bring them away. Here, yes. And notice how I'm moving away to keep Bonnie interested in me. It's like I'm something to chase. I'm something fun. Again, if she wasn't to come back, I'm going to give an example of what that would look like. Oh, you're clever. We lock the lead. Tap. Yes. Now, obviously, I didn't recall Bonnie there. But that gives you an idea of what that would be like. We don't need to be taking the dog's head off. Don't go crazy with pressure. Just lock it. Tap, tap. Dog turns. Yes, and food. Let her get it here. Here. Yes. Now, in terms of frequency and sort of volume of repetitions, at a maximum, 10 to 15 repetitions per day. Start somewhere where your dog's likely to get it right. So don't be going out to your local dog park and starting to do this. It's going to be too much. Go somewhere where your dog's likely to get it right. Back garden, out the front of your house, quiet park to begin with is absolutely fine. And no more than 10 to 15 repetitions. Any more than that, you're going to get bored and your dog's going to get bored. Short and sweet. You want this recall to mean a lot to your dog. They should be excited to come back. There should be some intensity they come back with. What you want to keep in mind is it's really important you have an 80% success rate. So you shouldn't need to use the lead for that little bit of feedback for any more than 2 out of 10 repetitions. If you do, then the environment is too challenging and you need to go somewhere easier for your Cockapoo. Do this, and over a period of 3 to 5 days, your Cockapoo's recall will go through the roof. Step number 4 is the most crucial step. So you've got your dog where they are responding reliably to your recall whilst they're on the retractable lead or on their long line. And this is the point I always got stuck at. I did pretty well with Bonnie. Then I would unclip the lead. She was aware that the lead was unclipped and she would just run off. And then I put the lead back on and we just went through this frustrating cycle. So this step is what broke that process. And it's something initially I was really skeptical, dubious of, and to be honest, a little scared of. And that is utilizing an e-collar. So an e-collar simply provides tactile feedback to our dogs the exact same way the lead does, only it's done digitally. Now this can absolutely be done wrong, and I don't encourage anyone to use these without seeking help of a professional who understands how to use it. But once I understood how to condition this tool properly, it enabled me to give Bonnie the unbelievable off-lead freedom that she has currently. So these are the 4 steps that you need to take to have an unbelievable recall with your Cockapoo, which ultimately gives them more life and more freedom. And really, isn't that the whole point in the first place? And if you love this video, I guarantee you're going to like this one even more.